We explored all of this room, didn't we? So here we are in the creepy, creepy hospital. I don't know if it's as creepy as the hospital on the first game or not. It's hard for me to make that judgment because I played the first game when I was like a small child. Silent Hill 2 definitely gets to me more than the first one did. I think that the first game is scarier than this one, just like overall, but this one gets to me more. Also, in the last video, I said that I don't really play this game for the gameplay. I did kind of want to explain my stance on that because I don't think I was being entirely fair. I didn't really think through what I was saying. It's not that I don't like the gameplay of this game, I do. It's the combat, specifically, is what I was referring to. In terms of the game, I tend to think of these things more like adventure games. Like adventure puzzle games, like Monkey Island and Discworld, and games like that. I think of them more in that kind of vein than I do like a Resident Evil survival horror experience. I think labelling this game survival horror is a misnomer because it doesn't have really any of the elements that I'd say a survival horror game needs to have. Which, you know, you can go back and watch my Resident Evil playthroughs if you want more of my opinion on that. So, majority of the doors are locked. Where shall we go first? Let's go down to the basement if we can. No, we can't. As I said, it has been a while since I last played this game, so I don't really remember the blow-by-blow, moment-to-moment parts. Thanks for getting in the way, Maria. So, nurses. It's time to talk about the elephant in the room, I think. So, the thing that all Silent Hill fans like to harp on about endlessly, to the point where, in my opinion, it's kind of ruined the franchise, because it's become the one and only fucking thing these games can be about. Silent Hill is, quote-unquote, a horny game. Everything is about sexual repression. Now, it is true that this specific game is about sex and death. We said that at the start. You may be getting it now. You may be getting the idea of why I would say it's about that. Well, it's not even me saying it's about that. The people that made it said it's about that. But yeah, a lot of these feminine figures, they represent James's suppressed sexual urges. And so does Pyramid Head too. We'll get to that because, you know, his wife isn't putting out, right? She's too busy being terminally ill or dead or whatever. But past the surface level, there's a reason why femininity keeps coming up again and again in this game. And it isn't because James has an erection, okay? It's more spiritual than that, but we'll get into that a little bit later. The whole sex and death elements are there. Like, obviously, look. You got Maria, you got sexy nurses. It's all there. But there's more to it than that. But unfortunately, the franchise just couldn't let that go. So now all of them are about that. Except Silent Hill 3 and 4, interestingly, the two that were made by Team Silent. Not sure what this poster is. Let me know if you know what that poster is. Looks like a movie poster or something. There's a magazine here. That won't do me any good right now. Something inside the pocket of the white lab jacket. Examination room key. Also another poster there as well. I think the examination room was on the first floor? No? And we get the shotgun. There's a bag here, there's nothing inside. And a little teddy bear. Little cute teddy bear.
Ow!
What's wrong?
I just pricked myself.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
The needle's not in your hand, James. Got a bent needle. An examination room key. What are you looking at, James? Anything else? Nope. So yeah, we also have a shotgun. Coming in very handy. Move out of my way, Maria. Can we actually get to this part? We can. Find some handgun bullets. There's a typewriter here. I've got no use for this. Wait a minute, what's this? There's a sheet of carbon paper still stuck in the typewriter. I can still read the imprint left on it. I know it. The secret I'll give them something to do with this demon shelter is of no use anymore. He is my instrument. He must follow my orders. Yes, the box will be useless. Now I must not forget it. That's 7159. I'm just writing that down. That's good. He is the lowest now. I too will be free and he will serve me. I am a genius. No one can stop me. No one can stop me. No one can stop me. Nothing interesting here. Any crunchy noises. I got the lapis eye key and shotgun shells. An eye is carved into the top of the key. The iris part is made of lapis lazuli. Actually combine this with this, I think. That's not Resident Evil though, that's not how it works. You combine as you use it. Miss me! They're definitely creepy designs though. I used to think that their heads were on backwards, but seeing it in a higher resolution, they actually have like little baby faces. And it's really creepy. Masahiro Ito actually said that they represent like the baby faces represent the potential of Maria, Mary and James having a baby together. But he says a lot of things after the fact about this game. It does make me wonder how much of it is accurate and how much of it is just like headcanon. But then I guess the developer's headcanon is just canon, I guess. Although he wasn't the only one that worked on this game, so... For those that don't know, Masahiro Ito, I've mentioned him a lot. He's very active on Twitter, even today. And he's the monster designer. He's the guy that came up with all the monster designs. He's an incredible artist. And you should follow him on Twitter if you're not already. You get to see lots of cool art. Up to the third floor, I guess. See if you get a good look at their faces. Need to keep an eye on my ammo as well. I'm shooting a lot of monsters. Do I know the combination to this? I don't think it's the one on the letter. Let's try it anyway. Nope. Down we go. Actually, let's try the roof first. Locked. What's going on with the controller? Controller's all screwed up. 1 second. To restart the controller, it went a bit weird then. New controller, maybe? I think this is the examination. No? What other locked doors do we have? Oh, the examination room right there. There are medical records on the desk. Nothing particularly interesting. I missed what that said. One thing that tank control games don't let you do enough of is look around like this. I get why Resident Evil didn't do this because, you know, it was all pre-rendered backgrounds, but a lot of the tank control-y games that don't have pre-rendered backgrounds, they still didn't let you look around like that. The pin number this month is T, last month it was X, and before that it was Z. Interesting. But what are they going to do next month? That's all they can express with 4 numbers. Anyway, does the door to the patient ring really need to have this combination, have its combination changed this often? So, the pin number this month is T. Last month it was X and before that it was Z. This, for the longest time, had me totally stumped. And what the answer to this puzzle was? See if you can get it before I get there. Let me just have a look at it again for you. Like, hours! It took me hours to figure this out. Embarrassingly so. Also, Bobskin's third. It's the same newspaper from the first game. I think it's there as an Easter egg more than any kind of continuity. The pin number this month is T. Last month it was X, and before that it was Z. If you play this on the easy puzzle difficulty, then I believe the whiteboard just tells you what the answer is. It just gives you the code. Riddle difficulties is such a cool idea, I think. If I was going to make a spooky puzzle game like this, I'd definitely steal the idea of riddle difficulty. And the third floor is what I want. It makes a T on the numpad. They're so squelchy. They're so squelchy sounding. Oh. Ow! You hit me! You have to be really careful because you can shoot Maria as well, and she will die really quickly, and then you get a game over. And I haven't saved it in a while.
James. Wait a minute. I'm kind of tired. It's just a hangover.
You should rest.
So comfy.
I'm gonna go look for her. For Laura. I'll be back as soon as I can.
Uh-oh. James is reliving the beginning stages of the whole reason why he's here. I guess the best way to respond to that is to just leave. He does have to find Laura though. He needs to, he needs to present the truth to the innocent part of himself. There's something stuck in the drainage pipe. The hole is too small, I can't get my hand inside to reach it. Maybe if I had a long, narrow tool of some kind. No, you don't right now, so... Something written on the wall. Louise! I'll take care of you forever. It's my destiny. Still a bit missing though. I believe this is where you combine this and this together. Just one more thing to do. Luckily we have the roof key, so let's head up to the roof. It's pretty dark outside now. Eerily quiet. Something on the floor. Is this a diary? Rain. Stared out the window all day. Peaceful here. Nothing to do. Still not allowed to go outside. Still raining. Talked with the doctor a little. Would they have saved me if I didn't have a family to feed? I know I'm pathetic, weak. Not everyone can be strong. Rain again. The meds made me feel sick today. If I'm only better when I'm drugged, then who am I anyway? Rain as usual. I don't want to cause any more trouble for anyone, but I'm a bother either way. Can it really be such a sin to run instead of fight? Some people may say so, but they don't have to live in my shoes. It may be selfish, but it's what I want. It's too hard like this. It's just too hard. It's clear outside. The doctors told me I've been released. But I've got to go home. The diary ends here. There are no more entries. What was a diary doing up here? So it seems that the owner of this diary was suicidal. There's definitely some ideation in there. They didn't want to cause any more trouble for anyone, which is a typical comment for people that are along this journey. I find the line, "Can it really be such a sin to run instead of fight?" quite a powerful one, though. Could it be that James is trying to retrace the steps of his past? Like, did he feel like this too? And Triangle Friend just knocked us off the roof. We're being struck back at with even more intensity now. It's also really hurt us, so... That really hurt us. Does this put us down to the first floor? I believe it does. Nope, where are we? Oh, we're in the special treatment room, I remember. Something is written on the wall. If Joseph looks calm, he can be taken out of his cell. Turn, 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 the numbers. Better not forget them. So I'll write them down here. The other one, my secret name. 3948. I forgot how eerily quiet the hospital actually is. I always remember it being a bit louder than it actually is. I'm also in the wrong place, right? Don't I need to be on the 3rd floor? I've forgotten where that box was already. It's not marked on the map. I think it was S14 on the 3rd floor. There's nothing inside the box. No, I'm wrong. There are a few hairs inside. think it was one of these rooms? Was it one of these rooms? No. It was that shower room up on the 3rd floor. Sorry, my bad. Brain foggy today, still. Here's where I was after. Press the right button. Got the elevator key! Now I can go down to the 1st floor. These rooms are all messed up. It's like the hospital where I used to work. That was a horrible place. Very, very underfunded NHS hospital where I used to work.
Laura?
Huh? You know my name?
Eddie told me.
That big fat blabbermouth?
How do you know about Mary?
What's the big deal?
Why can't you just tell me?
You gonna yell at me if I don't?
No, I won't.
I was friends with Mary. We met at the hospital. It was last year.
You liar! Laura,
Fine, don't believe me.
But last year, Mary was already... I'm sorry, Laura. Anyway, let's go. We can talk about this later. This is no place for a kid. There are all sorts of strange things around here. I can't believe you haven't even gotten a scratch on you.
Why should I? Wait! There's something I gotta get.
Later, okay?
But it's really important.
What is it?
A letter from Mary.
Huh?
I wanna go get it. Is that okay?
Yes!
hurry up.
Is it in there?
Yeah, in the back.
What are you doing, Laura?
It's further back in the desk.
Laura! What are you doing?
Ha ha, I tricked you.
Open the door, Laura.
Why should I? I'm a liar, right? Want me to open it? Huh? Huh? Do ya? What's the magic word?
Laura?
Okay, I guess I won't open it. I think I'll just leave you like this.
You snotty little brat! Open up!
Why, you...
Laura?
You hurt me!
A lot happened then, didn't it? So Laura told James that she knew Mary from last year, and of course James doesn't want to hear this. It doesn't fit in with his delusion, so he's rejecting it outright. He must be lying, right? How could he have known her last year when she died 3 years ago? I love the framing of that scene. Like, if you go back and watch it again, like James, it's like this imposing shadow over Laura, and she's like in the spotlight from his torch, almost like she's being interrogated. And I love the line too where James is like, "You haven't even gotten a scratch on you," and Laura responds, Why should I?" It's a fair comment from James. I mean, how is this little girl even alive still with all this running around? Well, let's just say there's more nods towards perception here. Has anyone else other than Maria actually mentioned these monsters? Not really. I mean, in Silent Hill 1, it was very obvious that the other people were seeing the monsters too, but no one's really mentioned it. Like, Angela mentioned that the place is dangerous, but she doesn't mention monsters specifically, which, you know, you'd think would be something that she'd mention. Again, Kaufman mentions monsters. You see him shoot them. Lisa mentions monsters. Sybil mentions monsters. I'll try and remember to come back to this a bit later because it is super, super important. But more to the point, how much of a huge coincidence is it that there just so happens to be this small child here at the same time as James, who knows Mary and is also looking for her? And how did she even get here? There's a ton of theories surrounding Laura. I have my own, but it doesn't really need spoiling right now. Suffice it to say that the game sure as shit isn't actually going to explain this to us, because that would be far too easy. She does trick James into thinking there's another letter though, which sends him spiralling further into this nightmare, right? We fought a boss called the Flesh Lips, which is a gross name. Masahiro Ito again said that the lips on the monsters represents the hateful words that came out of Mary's mouth during her terminal illness, and the metal frame around them is supposed to resemble a hospital bed. And there's 3 monsters in total, one for each representation of James's struggle with his inner anima, which, hold on to that thought. It's not really time to get into that mess just yet. We're in the other world now. It's Silent Hill 2's version of the other world anyway. It's a lot more subtle than the first one. It's less abrupt. James has been sent down into his unconscious at this point, or if you remember from the first game, his unconscious is being projected outwards onto the world. Unlike Silent Hill 1 though, we're kind of stuck here now. Alessa isn't here anymore, she's not around to stop it. So we've been Jacob's laddered off to another area of the hospital. Hearing Mary call his name, or was that Maria? Who knows, they sound the same. All that in two short scenes. This game's great. So you can see that the other world's a bit less demonic, I want to say. It's a bit more melancholy. There's a big theme of water. There's a big theme of like these like bed sheets, like death, decay, and water. Which is all very relevant when you consider why James is here in the first place. Like the real reason why he's here. But the doors are covered in these like sheets and, you know. And the music is... I keep calling it music, but the ambience is just incredible. The other world on this game, I love it. It's much more psychological. Bit of a jump scare there. Yeah, everything's covered in these like... It's like tarpaulin or sheets, so I'm not sure what it's supposed to be. Get out of the smashy room. It's freaking me out. I find the other world on this game much more affecting than it is on the first one. It feels much more like you're delving into someone's unconscious mind, all their anxieties, all their fears. Which I know is essentially the premise of the Otherworld in the first game as well, but it just feels... Because it's from the mind of the protagonist, it just feels so much more personal. And to me, this is what psychological horror is all about. There's lots of games that call themselves psychological horrors, but they don't do things like this. But we'll get into that a bit later on. Like, what's this on the floor? It looks like veins or something. What's it supposed to be? I don't know. You'll never know. The game will never explain it. Oh man, look at that. That's really metal. Get a dry cell battery and a basement storeroom key. Let's check the letter again. It was inside the wall with that strange painting. It's the key to the hospital basement storeroom. Just an ordinary dry cell battery. I was locked up inside the basement's basement. It was so small and dark, I was so afraid. I dropped my precious ring, but I will never ever go back there. The basement's basement, you say? The nurses as well, they're looking a bit more creepy now. Let's get this one out of the way and let's have a look. They have kind of like a growth coming off of them now, off their shoulders, which has been confirmed by the development team is not related to the growth that was in the first game, on the nurses in the first game. These are separate entities entirely. Coming from James's unconscious mind rather than Alessa's. Well, I killed you! Guess not. Something that looks like a refrigerator. Will you open it? Yeah, sure, why not? It's no good. The door is too heavy to open by myself. No doors. We should probably go check on Maria as well. If she's come to the other world with us. Normally, people don't. He's not here. Just some doodle. Oh, something's written on it. She is an angel no one knows. Only I can see the lady of the door. They cannot walk along her bridge of thread. They fall from the weight of their crimes. Like bloated and ugly corpses, their sins she devours them. Sin and sinner alike, she saves me. She is an angel. There's a painting of a woman on the door. Oddly enough, the hand part of the painting is actually 3D and sticks out. There's also two other ladies painted on the walls. One in a green dress and one in a blue dress, which is relevant, and we'll get to it. There are empty medicine bottles here. Is this what Maria was taking? Is Maria sick now too? This room is intense and I don't like it. Make sure we're checking all of the rooms. Don't want to miss anything important. Like the first game, the monsters are actually attracted to the light. If you turn the light off, they can't see you. If you do want to do a pacifist run of Silent Hill 2, that's how you do it. Like I was saying before though, it's not really a survival horror game. Like you get enough supplies to be able to kind of take every enemy out anyway. do like how the radio sounds more like a broken radio in this game too. not like the weird alarm bell kind of sound that the first game had. I guess we're going down to the basement. The spooky basement. I mean, it's pretty obvious what we've got to do there, right? I wonder what the game's trying to tell me. Oh,
James!
Mary? Oh, Maria. It's you. I thought you were... Sorry. Anyway, I'm glad you're alive.
Anyway! What do you mean, anyway? You don't sound very happy to see me. I was almost killed back there. Why didn't you try to save me? All you care about is that dead wife of yours. I've never been so scared in my whole life. You couldn't care less about me, could you?
No, I just...
Then stay with me. Don't ever leave me alone. You're supposed to take care of me. So, what about Laura? Did you find her?
Yeah, but... she ran away.
We've got to find her.
You really seem to care about her. Do you know her?
I've never met her before. I just feel sorry for her. She's all alone. And for some reason, I feel like it's up to me to protect her.
I forgot about the jump scare cutscene. It kind of comes out of nowhere. So, Maria is in the other world? That's interesting. The only other person we met in the other world up until this point was Lisa. James seems so disappointed that it was Maria and not Mary, and Maria definitely picked up on that, saying that he's supposed to take care of her. I'm not going to insult your intelligence by pointing out the obvious here about what she's trying to do. She's also showing some more nurturing traits now when talking about Laura. That said, even this still isn't enough to wake James the hell up, so let's keep looking for Mary in the basement's basement. Got a copper ring. It's engraved with a picture of a spider. I don't even know what the hell that was supposed to be. I don't remember that being a thing. Let's just move on with our life. I need to go to the day room. I need to be on the second floor, but to get to the second floor, I think I need to go this way.
There's only one road you can take. Just one road, no more. The third and final question is, what is the name of that road? 1. Bachman Road. 2. Rindell Street. 3. Nathan Avenue. Well, that's the last of our questions. Have you got it all figured out? When you know the answers, head to the storeroom on the 3rd floor to collect your prizes. But be careful if you're wrong. Well then, everybody, thanks for tuning in. See you again sometime. Bye-bye.
What was that?
It's a 313. I don't like that part of the game. It's weird. It's cheesy. I don't know if that was supposed to be like an in-joke, if that's supposed to be scary. I don't know. It doesn't work for me though. It's just kind of an eye-roller part of the game for me. It's like, it's so tonally off from everything else. And I think that's meant to be the point. But it just, yeah, it doesn't land for me that well, that part. It's a bit too silly. You get a lot of stuff though, if you answer them all correctly. Anyway, back on mission. One thing I do like about that little section of the game though, the way it's delivered is weird, but I like how it just rewards you with a bunch of items if you've been paying attention to the notes and stuff you've been reading, paying attention to the map, you know, things like that.
You can't open it?
Yeah, Maria, give me a hand here.
Come on. You're supposed to be the big man around here. How's a little girl like me supposed to help? What's this? Not very cute, is it? Here, James. You take it.
Thanks.
And I got a lead ring. Engraved with a disgusting bloated face. Oh, I think there's actually a note as well, or James will say something. There's nothing in the refrigerator anymore. A hideous smell is coming from inside. So, a bit of emasculation for James there. Maria making fun of him. Ooh, we get to talk about spiritual alchemy again, don't we? So we need to give this lady some rings. One made of lead and one made of copper. Lead being the lowest of metals. This boy here, the lowest of metals, representative of Saturn. Saturn being a feminine planet, representing the calcination of the alchemical process. So you can go back and watch my clock tower video from the first series as a refresher if you like, but that's what this represents. And then we also put a copper ring on being right in the middle of the alchemical process, representative of Venus, another feminine planet. So more femininity. And we need to reconcile this femininity before we're allowed to leave the hospital and continue on into the abyss. And I mean that quite literally. It's pretty dark outside and shit's about to get mental. I mean it, it's about to get crazy. Before we're done, James has got a lot of work to do still. There's a note on the ground. The handwriting is hard to read. I took the director's key, the one in the museum. I hid it behind the praying woman when I went out for the day trip. I picked it up, but I did not steal it. I'm not a criminal. I don't have a map of this area. So weirdly enough, all we've done is just gone into the stairwell, right? But this doesn't lead down to the basement like it did before. What's going on? We got a boy chasing us. It's your boy. The pyramid head's coming.
Open up!
Well, I guess you just have to watch his doppelganger wife get brutally murdered in front of him. Do you think he's getting it yet? All bestial desire does is destroy the feminine aspect of the self. But you know, here I am, getting ahead of myself. I hope you're writing all this down. This game is about to get crazy. It's going to get psychological if it hasn't already. Like if this isn't getting into your mind already, it's about to. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye bye.